Everything we see, touch, and feel is made up of tiny particles called atoms. They are the fundamental building blocks of matter, like Lego bricks that construct the universe. Atoms are so small that millions of them could fit on the head of a pin. Yet these minuscule entities hold the key to understanding the vast and complex world around us. From the air we breathe to the food we eat, everything can be broken down to the level of atoms and their interactions. Understanding atoms and their interactions is crucial to unlocking the secrets of chemistry, physics, and biology. It's like learning a new language that allows us to decipher the intricate code of the universe. Understanding atoms and how they interact is like gaining the ability to see the individual Lego bricks of the universe. For centuries, the idea of atoms remained a philosophical concept, but in the 19th and 20th centuries, scientists developed powerful tools and experiments that allowed them to peer into the realm of the ultra-small. Today, we can visualize atoms using sophisticated techniques like scanning tunneling microscopy. This journey into the invisible has revolutionized our understanding of matter and its behavior. Get ready to delve into a world far stranger and more fascinating than anything we can see with the naked eye. Imagine an atom as a miniature solar system. At its center lies the nucleus, a tiny but incredibly dense core. Orbiting the nucleus are even tinier particles called electrons, whizzing around at mind-boggling speeds. The nucleus is made up of two types of particles: protons and neutrons. Protons carry a positive electrical charge, while neutrons carry no charge, making them electrically neutral. The number of protons in an atom's nucleus determines its atomic number, a fundamental property that defines what element the atom belongs to. These negatively charged particles are much lighter than protons and neutrons, and they occupy the vast space surrounding the nucleus. The arrangement of electrons in their orbits determines the atom's chemical properties, how it interacts with other atoms to form bonds and create molecules. The nucleus, with its protons and neutrons, accounts for almost all of an atom's mass. If an atom were the size of a football stadium, the nucleus would be like a tiny marble placed at the center of the field. The number of protons in an atom's nucleus defines its atomic number. For example, hydrogen, the simplest element, has an atomic number of 1, meaning it has 1 proton in its nucleus. Carbon, the backbone of life as we know it, has an atomic number of 6, indicating 6 protons. While all atoms of a particular element have the same number of protons, they can have different numbers of neutrons. These variations are called isotopes. In the early 20th century, physicists discovered that the world of atoms and subatomic particles operates very differently from the familiar world we experience. The laws of classical physics break down at the atomic level. Instead, a new set of rules, known as quantum mechanics, governs this realm. One of the key principles of quantum mechanics is that electrons don't orbit the nucleus like planets around the sun. Instead, they exist in fuzzy, cloud-like regions called orbitals. These orbitals have different shapes and energy levels, and electrons can jump between them by absorbing or emitting energy. This quantum dance of electrons is fundamental to understanding the behavior of atoms and their interactions with each other. Imagine walking into a library with books organized not by genre or author, but by the complexity of their stories. That's what the periodic table is for elements, a grand library of the universe, meticulously organized by atomic number. Each element occupies a specific spot, defined by its number of protons, and this arrangement reveals patterns in their properties and behaviors. This ingenious creation, credited to Dmitri Mendeleev, is more than just a chart. It's a powerful predictive tool. The periodic table is divided into rows, called periods, and columns, known as groups. Elements in the same group share similar chemical properties because they have the same number of valence electrons. From the lightest element, hydrogen, with just 1 proton, to the heaviest naturally occurring element, uranium, with 92 protons, the periodic table encompasses a stunning array of building blocks. Each element possesses a unique identity, defined by its atomic number, and reflected in its distinct properties. Some elements, like gold and platinum, are prized for their beauty and rarity. Others, like oxygen and carbon, are essential for life as we know it. The distribution of elements in the universe is far from uniform. Hydrogen forged in the Big Bang remains the most abundant element, while heavier elements are created in the nuclear furnaces of stars. Imagine sorting a box of crayons based on their color, texture, and how well they blend. Similarly, elements display a wide range of properties, from their physical appearance to their chemical reactivity. Metals, typically found on the left side of the periodic table, are known for their shiny luster, malleability, and ductility. Nonmetals, located on the right side of the periodic table, generally lack the characteristic metallic sheen and are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Metalloids, situated along the zigzag line separating metals and nonmetals, exhibit properties intermediate between the two. Silicon and germanium, for example, are semiconductors, making them essential components of computers and other electronic devices. Understanding the properties of elements is crucial for material science, engineering, and medicine. Atoms are social creatures. They rarely exist in isolation. Instead, they interact and combine with each other, forming larger, more complex structures called molecules. But what holds these atoms together? The answer lies in the interactions between their outermost electrons, the valence electrons. Atoms strive to achieve a stable electron configuration, often by having a full outermost energy level. They can achieve this stability by gaining, losing, or sharing electrons with other atoms, forming chemical bonds. These bonds, though microscopic, are incredibly powerful, holding atoms together in intricate arrangements that dictate the properties of the resulting molecule. Some atoms are naturally generous, readily giving away an electron, while others are more inclined to receive. This difference in electron affinity leads to the formation of ionic bonds, where one atom donates an electron to another. This transfer creates two ions with opposite charges, which then attract each other, forming a strong bond. Consider sodium and chlorine. Sodium with one valence electron readily gives it up to achieve a full outer shell, becoming a positively charged sodium ion. Chlorine, with 7 valence electrons, eagerly accepts the electron from sodium, becoming a negatively charged chloride ion. The electrostatic attraction between these oppositely charged ions forms an ionic bond, creating sodium chloride, commonly known as table salt. Not all atoms are willing to part with their electrons entirely. In many cases, atoms achieve a stable electron configuration by sharing electrons with each other, forming covalent bonds. This type of bond, prevalent in molecules containing nonmetals, allows atoms to pretend they have a full outer shell by sharing electrons in their outermost energy levels. Imagine two children sharing a toy to feel like they both have one. Similarly, in a covalent bond, atoms share a pair of electrons, contributing one each to the bond. This shared pair of electrons orbits both nuclei, holding the atoms together. Water, H2O, provides a classic example of covalent bonding. By sharing electrons, the oxygen atom forms two covalent bonds, one with each hydrogen atom, creating the stable water molecule. Chemical bonds, whether ionic or covalent, are the glue that holds the molecular world together. They dictate the properties of substances, from their melting points and boiling points to their solubility and reactivity. Understanding how atoms bond allows us to predict how different substances will interact and to design new materials with specific properties. The diversity of the world around us arises from the intricate dance of atoms forming bonds. Chemical bonds are not static entities. They can be broken and formed during chemical reactions, leading to the transformation of substances. Understanding the principles of chemical bonding provides a key to unlocking the secrets of this hidden world and harnessing its potential for the betterment of humanity. Isotopes, atomic siblings with different weights. We often think of atoms as uniform entities, each element having a fixed mass. However, reality is more nuanced. Enter isotopes, atoms of the same element that share the same atomic number, the number of protons, but differ in their neutron count. These atomic siblings, while chemically similar, possess subtle variations in their properties due to their mass difference. Imagine identical twins with slightly different weights. They might look alike and share similar interests, but their physical abilities could differ slightly. Similarly, isotopes of an element exhibit nearly identical chemical behavior, as their electron configuration remains the same. However, their mass difference can influence their physical properties such as density, rate of diffusion, and radioactivity. Carbon, the backbone of life, provides a classic example. Carbon-12, the most abundant isotope, forms the basis of organic chemistry. Its heavier sibling, carbon-14, with 2 extra neutrons, is radioactive and decays over time. This decay process allows scientists to date ancient artifacts and fossils, providing a window into the past. Isotopes find applications in various fields. They are used as tracers in medicine to diagnose and monitor diseases, as markers in geological studies, and even as fuel in nuclear power plants. Understanding isotopes unravels a hidden layer of complexity within elements, showcasing the subtle variations that exist even at the atomic level. Allotropes, the many faces of elements. Some elements possess a remarkable talent for transformation, existing in multiple forms with distinct structures and properties. These different forms, called allotropes, arise from the varied ways atoms of the same element can bond with each other. Imagine a master sculptor molding clay into different shapes, each possessing its own unique beauty and purpose. Carbon once again takes center stage with its dazzling array of allotropes. Diamond, renowned for its hardness and brilliance, consists of carbon atoms arranged in a rigid tetrahedral lattice. Graphite, on the other hand, used in pencils and lubricants, has carbon atoms arranged in flat sheets that can slide past each other. These contrasting structures arising from different bonding arrangements give rise to vastly different properties. The discovery of fullerenes, spherical molecules of carbon atoms arranged like a soccer ball, and carbon nanotubes, cylindrical structures with remarkable strength and electrical conductivity, further expanded the repertoire of carbon allotropes. These nanomaterials hold immense potential for technological applications in electronics, medicine, and material science. Allotropes demonstrate the remarkable versatility of elements, highlighting how variations in bonding arrangements can lead to a diverse range of forms and properties. This ability of elements to reinvent themselves expands the possibilities for material design and technological innovation. Molecular geometry, shaping the world around us. Imagine building a house. The arrangement of bricks and beams determines not only its appearance but also its stability and functionality. Similarly, in the world of molecules, the three-dimensional arrangement of atoms, known as molecular geometry, dictates their properties and interactions. Molecular geometry is influenced by factors like the number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs around the central atom, bond lengths, and bond angles. These factors in turn affect the molecule's polarity, reactivity, and even its biological activity. Think of it like molecular origami, where slight folds and twists can drastically alter the final shape and function. Water, with its bent shape due to two lone pairs of electrons on the oxygen atom, exemplifies the importance of molecular geometry. This bent geometry makes water a polar molecule, with a positive and a negative end. This polarity allows water molecules to form hydrogen bonds with each other, giving rise to its high boiling point, surface tension, and its ability to dissolve many substances, making it essential for life. Carbon dioxide, with its linear geometry, provides a contrasting example. Its symmetrical arrangement of two oxygen atoms on either side of the carbon atom results in a nonpolar molecule. This nonpolar nature influences its properties, making it a gas at room temperature and a greenhouse gas that traps heat in the atmosphere. Understanding molecular geometry allows scientists to predict and explain the behavior of molecules, design new drugs that interact with specific targets in the body, and develop materials with tailored properties for various applications. It's like having a molecular blueprint that reveals the form and function of the building blocks of our world. The power of perspective. As we've journeyed together from the vastness of the cosmos to the infinitesimal realm of atoms and molecules, we've gained a new appreciation for the interconnectedness of our universe. What seemed like abstract concepts have transformed into tangible building blocks, each playing a vital role in the grand tapestry of existence. Imagine holding a simple grain of sand. It might appear insignificant, yet it contains countless billions of atoms, each a testament to the intricate laws of nature. Within that single grain lies a history as old as the universe itself, a story written in the language of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Our exploration of atoms and molecules has not only unveiled the secrets of matter, but has also shifted our perspective. We've learned to appreciate the beauty and complexity hidden within the seemingly mundane. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the very ground beneath our feet, all become imbued with a newfound wonder. By understanding the fundamental principles governing the behavior of atoms and molecules, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We begin to see the connections between the microscopic and the macroscopic, between the fundamental laws of nature and the emergent properties of the world we experience. From atoms to ourselves, the human body, a marvel of biological engineering, is ultimately a symphony of atoms and molecules in action. From the oxygen we breathe to the nutrients we consume, every aspect of our existence relies on the intricate interplay of these tiny entities. Consider the act of breathing. Oxygen molecules, inhaled into our lungs, bind to hemoglobin molecules in our red blood cells, hitching a ride through our bloodstream to deliver vital energy to our cells. Carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular respiration, makes the return journey, exhaled with every breath. Our thoughts, emotions, and memories, while seemingly intangible, arise from complex electrochemical signals between neurons in our brains. Neurotransmitters, chemical messengers in our nervous system, bind to receptors on target cells, triggering a cascade of events that ultimately shape our perceptions and actions. Even the information encoded in our DNA, the blueprint of life, is stored in the precise sequence of nucleotides, molecules composed of a sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. This genetic code, passed down through generations, dictates the synthesis of proteins, the workhorses of our cells responsible for countless biological processes. A universe within and beyond. The study of atoms and molecules is not merely an academic pursuit confined to textbooks and laboratories. It's a journey of discovery with profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. From the development of new materials with tailored properties to the design of life-saving drugs, the principles of atomic and molecular science underpin countless technological advancements that shape our lives. Our ability to manipulate matter at the atomic level has opened up unprecedented opportunities in fields like nanotechnology, materials science, and medicine. Furthermore, our growing understanding of atoms and molecules has fueled our exploration of the cosmos. By analyzing the light emitted by distant stars, we can determine their elemental composition, providing clues about their birth, evolution, and eventual demise. The search for extraterrestrial life, too, hinges on the detection of specific molecules that might signal the presence of biological activity. In a very real sense, the study of atoms and molecules connects us to the vastness of the universe, reminding us that we are part of something much grander than ourselves. It instills a sense of awe and wonder, inspiring us to keep asking questions, seeking answers, and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. As we conclude our exploration of this fascinating realm, let us carry with us a renewed appreciation for the elegance and complexity of the universe, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. For within the heart of every atom lies a universe waiting to be explored, and within each of us resides the potential to unlock its secret.